Today we are making a very special meal which I hold very dear to my heart because I belong to that part of the clan. Hi Aaron Nation. Today let's make Ekwang. Ekwang is generally a kind of a will I call it a wrap meal, a folded dish that is being cooked with taro stems, which is we call it cocoyam, and some taro leaves, accompanied with some obstacles like fish and crayfish with palm oil. Very simple and straight to the point. So the basic way of cooking ekwang is to fix up your leaves into smaller batches, the taro leaf, which is the cocoa leaf, and also to prepare your taro root, which is the cocoyam. You're going to use a blender to just grate that like I did, you saw me do. And you're now going to get your taro leaves, which is the cocoa leaf, and fold the cocoyam into them. Just watch how I fold my own cocoyam inside the taro leaf, inside the cocoa leaf. So you just want to get part of the taro leaf, the halves you cut, and then you get part of the cocoa, the grated cocoa, and you place adjacent into the taro leaf, and you fold till you reach the end. Very simple, straight to the point. Just follow how my hand is moving, and you just do exactly what I am doing, and you get the best result. In this taro mixture, this cocoa, grated cocoa, I added a bit of salt for taste. Don't forget your salt. Okay, you don't want taro to be completely blunt. You don't want the grated cocoa to be completely blunt. You want it to have at least some taste when you're it when even when you're putting the spices into it. So don't forget about that. So you see me folding it like this, and I'm fixing the way I'm putting it in the pot. I'm not just putting it anyhow. You want to put it adjacent to the pot. You first of all put the first layer straight, and then you want to do like a crisscross. I think you want what I can really give this description is like if you want to make a basket, you're putting it crisscross, crisscross, crisscross. Yes, you're not just putting it straight all to the end. This is to allow ventilation into the pot when cooking it, and to not make the taro to scatter when stirring it. So you want to give room for air to pass inside the pot, and room for your spoon to reach down to the pot so that you can stir the pot properly. You can shake the pot because this meal doesn't require you to stir the pot so that you don't cut your ekwang. So after some time, when I've gotten to this point, I'll add some of my mbonga fish. The best fish to use for your ekwang is mbonga, so I'm always using mbonga here. And a particular kind of fish, I really don't know how the fish is called, but one nice soft kind of fish like that. I'm going to check the name and tell you guys. And some crayfish. So the first layer, you layer it with your mbonga fish, any kind of fish of your choice. If you have dry meat, you can also add dry meat to it, dry pork, anything of your choice, but generally it's always mbonga that they use. And now you're going to add crayfish and seasoning cube. You now continue layering it. So this layering is to make sure that your eggplant doesn't come out having obstacles just only at the top. So you want to make obstacles to be around the pot. Reason why we are doing 2 layers. You can do 3 layers if your pot is big. My pot is not really that big. Reason why I am not layering it that much. So you want to add more the remaining fish you had into the top of the pot, and then you go in now with your spices. The spices they use for ekwang is not much. You only use there's this one flavor that is really necessary for the ekwang. It is called rondelle in French, and in rondelle in English and in French, yes. And the local way of calling it, we call it crunchy onion. The OROKO man we call it ngakanga, I think. Yeah, ngakanga, if I'm not mistaken, that's how it's called. So it's very very important in this meal because it gives it that nice traditional aroma. That's what makes it ekwang. So the rest of the ingredients, I'm using garlic, ginger, bush pepper, and some black pepper and Cameroon pepper too. That's what I put there. I use powdered ginger and garlic and some bush pepper. If you have fresh garlic and ginger, you can also use that. And not forgetting your jansan. Jansan is very important because it's going to thicken the soup. And I love my eggplant when it has that thick, nice soup. Now, lastly, you're not going to now go in with your palm oil. Please, there's this notion that you have to oil the under of your pot and all of that. But I feel like when you oil the under of the pot, you first layering your equang, it inside gets more burns. I don't know about you, but that is how I know that the oil comes out when my mother used to do it. So that ideology, I don't really buy it. And first and foremost, I'm using a cast iron non-stick pot, so it doesn't require me to do that. You are not going to now add in warm water, but if you have boiled water, you use it. It's not going to fasten the cooking process to start immediately, and our equang is going to start hardening up in the leaves, and it's going to make it to be firm, and it's not going to scatter. So the secret into making your equang come out exactly like this, firm, strong, one, like how I was saying in Cameroon. If you want to make your equang come out one like my own, so yes, add now hot water. That way you want start cooking before your pot start boil. Understand? Voila. So that is me. I added my jasang, I added some water into it, and I'm just going to like shake the pot. So this is basically how you're going to be stirring your pot. Don't put you only use a wooden spoon at the almost at the end to touch the under of the pot. But normally my mother taught me to always shake the two sides of the pot like this. This is the rondelle I'm going to be adding. I added powder rondelle, if you notice, but I'm also going to be adding this particular um on ground rondelle, the on ground bush pepper, because I love the natural flavor it gives. So you just want to allow it to cook for at least 20 minutes. This taro is a bit scratchy, the cocoa itself, so you want it to cook properly. Don't rush your equang, because it's one meal that can disgrace you. You can cook equang looking nice and all of that, but if it disturbs your mouth, it's going to scratch your mouth really bad. So you want to cook that equang very well. Don't hurry the equang, please. Low medium heat until it is well cooked, like mine. I still left it for like 15 minutes, so I cooked it for like 25 minutes altogether, 25 to 30 minutes, and it was done. So if it was a bigger pot, I'll cook it for like 30 to 35 minutes. So you want to really cook that cocoyam so that you avoid it get scratching your mouth, and also the taro leaves also scratches the mouth, so you want to make sure that it's cooked properly. And after some time, I'm now going my wooden spoon now to stir the under of the pot so that it doesn't burn and all of that. And yeah, our ekwang was ready. Nigerians cook something similar to this. It's called, the Calabar people call it ekwang woko, or ekwang cocoa. It's been eaten by the Calabar people of Nigeria, though they add periwinkles and they mix theirs with water yam. So that's the difference. And our ekwang was ready. Please subscribe, share, and see you in the next video.